My position on male circumcision, I've been strangely quiet on this topic, apparently. Maybe the fact that I'm a circumcised male has something to do with that. I think the analogy that people draw between male and female circumcision is a deeply unhelpful one. It does a lot to minimize the horror of what is happening to little girls throughout this world. There really is no analogy to draw there. I can't say that I'm a supporter of male circumcision. I don't think I would have circumcised a boy had we had one, nor can I say that I've paid some price, psychological or otherwise, for having been circumcised. So I think it's much less of an issue for me, though I do share Hitch's bewilderment at the fact that anyone thought this was an important thing to do to little boys. And my bias is certainly to be against it at this point, because it really is, apart from some tenuous health claims, it does seem to be a practice almost entirely anchored to religion. But don't be misled here. What girls are going through in countries like Somalia and Egypt bears no relation to the circumcision of boys. And it's very important to keep that straight in one's head.
That was Sam Harris getting his arm, twisted by his fans so that he would finally come around and give his opinion on male circumcision. Very reluctantly. He does end up saying I guess it's a bad thing. But I have to ask you guys, why is Sam Harris, who isn't a feminist, using the feminist rhetoric to downplay what's happening to baby boys? Why is he bringing up the comparison to boys and girls? There's no need to compare them in order to say what's happening to boys is bad. This is a dishonest tactic by Harris. Now, first of all, when people do bring up the comparison, it's not a contest in who has it worse. What it is guys pointing out the double standards in society, the hypocrisy of it, of saying that the girls being cut is barbaric, but the boys is all right. And Harris knows this, which is more dishonesty on his part. Now, I'm going to nip this in the bud. I am going to compare for boys and girls. Are they not strapped down and surgically cut in their most sensitive areas to control their sexual drives at a time that they're too young to defend themselves or give consent? The answer is yes to all of it. So not only is it comparable, it's the exact same thing. A human rights violation. So that is done right there. Now, Sam Harris also goes on to say that, he's all right with his circumcision. Well, one thing, Sam, this is not just about you. This is about baby boys who have yet to be cut. It doesn't matter to them whether you're okay with yours. And secondly, that'd be like some woman being roofied, saying, well, so I was taken advantage of, but, I didn't feel any pain. I wasn't there, I wasn't aware of what went on, so I guess I'm all right, and who cares? But women don't say that, Sam, because they have dignity and self-respect, which I find most cut men don't. Well, Sam, you bring up one of your big conquers to religion was to say, what if your religion demanded that you remove the eyeballs out of every third child? That was a strong stance by you. Yet, when it comes to baby boy foreskins, all of a sudden you're really peevish about it and really reluctant to say that it's a bad thing. Very hypocritical, very limp-wristed. And finally, you can't even talk about religion because Here in North America, we didn't adopt it for religious purposes. In the past, it was brought up as an anti-masturbation campaign for little boys, of course. The girls are free to do it, but the boys, they don't want us masturbating. It's a disgust of male sexuality. So it's silly to even to blame religion or use it as a shield. Now, Sam Harris, he can't make arguments against male circumcision very strongly because, defending the girls gives them status, while defending the boys by themselves not only doesn't get them status, it's almost an anti-status. He actually sacrifices something to defend them. And so he doesn't want to. You're a hero if you defend the girls, and you're a crybaby if you defend the boys. Also, there are mothers who want to cut their children, and that's what he'd be up against. He would have to tell these women that their sons are human beings. They're not extensions of their bodies that they can trim like hair. That kind of moral courage would lose him cachet, and so he doesn't want to do it. I think some people should reconsider the hero worship I see involving Sam Harris, because this guy has demonstrated, when it comes to circumcision, for males anyway, a level of dishonesty, hypocrisy, and lack of moral courage. And that's what I have to say about Sam Harris when it comes to this particular issue. Thank you.